Oh, is it?
I'm
Oh,
asking you.
local.
Hi, Melissa.
Hi, Sandhya.
How are you?
Oh, I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing great now that summer's gonna be starting and the summer vacation's gonna be starting. I am so excited to not do anything and just have a good time.
I'm excited for that for you as well. We've got big plans this summer for this
Yeah, and
vacation.
maybe people watching us have big plans too. So let's ask what our gorgeous audience is doing. So, hey
Yes.
guys, welcome to our Yummy Mummy style chat. It's me, Sandhya Garg. You may or may not have seen me on Project Runway season 13, everybody's famous fashion reality show. And this is my
Hi,
friend.
I'm Melissa.
Melissa, tell them, what do you do?
Right, so I am the designer behind Bike Pretty. BikePretty.com is a website where I sell fashionable bicycle helmets, and our claim to fame is the straw hat bike helmet, which is a helmet that looks like a straw hat.
Yeah, and guys, if you love biking, you want to go check out Melissa's website, bikepready.com. And we before we go any further and show you how to pack for a 30-day European vacation in your carry-on suitcase, I want you guys to tell me, where are you watching us from? If you're watching us live, say live in comments below, and city, country, or state. So I'm going live from my studio in Scottsdale, and Melissa is going live from
San Francisco.
San Francisco. And if you're watching us on replay, we love, love, love our replay viewers. Just say replay and wherever you guys are watching us from. Right, Melissa?
That's right. I'd love to hear where people are watching us from. So, I'm getting ready to travel. I know you love to travel, Sandhya.
Oh yes, yes. I'm a serial adventure seeker.
Yes. And I don't know if I'm like an adventure seeker, but I love traveling in Europe, and I'm really excited because I have a big European trip coming up. Kind of the inspiration for it was my kid turned to me one day and said, "You know, what would be cool is if we went to every single capital of every European country." And I was like, "Well, I
Ooh.
don't know if we can do that in one trip, but that is definitely something that we can work on." So we're heading to visit family and friends in Venice and Paris, but I'm spending about 2 weeks. I'll be traveling with my son. We'll be riding the trains around and just trying to go to as many European capitals as we can.
That is one of my dreams, doing like the insanest, most gorgeous train journeys. There, it's like just sounds so romantic, just like doing these trans-European train journey, or even like in America, because I feel like there's just so much to a train journey. So I'm so excited for you. But also, when you were planning this vacation, we had this conversation on how you want to pack for 30 days in just your small carry-on bag, right?
That's right. That's right. So that's been my packing philosophy for the past 20 years. I used to be a chronic overpacker and I would travel with huge suitcases. And I remember one time getting stuck at Penn Station in New York City to get to get to the airport to get to my flight home because there was a subway strike going on. And I was just like rolling my two huge suitcases. I didn't know where to go or what to do to get to the airport. It was absolute chaos. And I remember just kind of like sitting at the train station and crying in defeat. And once I'd like pulled myself together and I started to feel better, I'm like, okay, I can come up with a plan. A couple of like cops came over and were like, you need to get out of here. You cannot hang out in this train station. And I was like, this is bad.
So
So I got out of there.
I've been in a similar situation. I went to uni in London, and I would of course travel to India, back home to India, and I would always have these three huge suitcases, the 32 kg, the 50 pounders that were allowed that time. So I would take them home and I would bring back stuff from home. As a design student, I would bring my supplies. So and they were not those four-wheelers that you could, push, and I wasn't that strong either. So I would be standing with like these three huge suitcases, some more hand luggage, looking around at Heathrow, like, what should I do with this? Because I want to save money. I want to take the tube to my university halls. So I didn't know what to do with all the luggage I had. And in hindsight, I didn't even know what I had packed in them, probably bricks or construction material from India. Because I used to bring so much stuff. And I think over the years, with all the traveling, all the travel stress, travel induced anxiety, I have edited a lot of my packing, and I've come to a place where I just pack enough. I still overpack, but just a little bit. But I just travel, just like pack just right for like long travels, just like you do.
Yeah, I mean that, and I think you and I we're fashion designers, and apparel is how we express ourselves.
Oh yeah.
So when someone is like, tells us to create a small capsule wardrobe and to pack mostly neutrals and things that are easily mixed and matched, um, I hate that. I hate traveling like that. If I go on a trip, I still want to dress like myself. I
Oh
still
yeah.
want to be colorful and maximalist. So I haven't found a lot of like travel packing advice. Like I think there's a lot of great advice out there, but not a lot for like the really people like me and like you who really want to be
Who want to
fashionable, but
dress
also
up?
like
Yeah. No, I have. So I have kind of been like, oh my God, I packed too much. Let me pack some neutrals, some blast stuff that will go for 10 days. And I have regretted, I think my biggest regret has been not packing good stuff, because maybe in the moments when I was packing, it was overwhelming to think about packing a gorgeous dress. But when I was on the streets of Venice, or walking in Capri and seeing all these gorgeous women dressed beautifully and taking photos and making memories, I was like regretting packing just neutral dresses. I was like, what the hell did I do? I should have packed that gorgeous colorful dress. It would have made me so much more happier walking these stunning streets. So yeah, so this is not, guys, uh, you want to scroll. If you are looking for a neutral packing list, this packing list has rainbow colors, it has sass, it has a lot of fun put into it. So that's what we are talking about: packing your suitcase to look absolutely drop dead gorgeous, stunning, and to have fun.
right. And this is like I'm not saying people need to pack this way. If you want to travel and you want to wear plain colors because that's what you're comfortable in, you don't want to stand out, that's fine. I am gonna stand out kind of
Oh
like
yeah.
no matter what. But like exactly as you said, like once I went on a trip and I was like, I'm gonna be really smart. I'm only gonna pack like navy blue separate so I can mix and match. And I was like just so bored by the end of that 3 week trip. And I was like, I was kicking myself. I was like, yeah, I don't have the stuff I want to really feel special.
Right, like when I'm like drinking, I was just telling Melissa, if I'm drinking a glass of Chianti in Tuscany, which I haven't done yet, I want to be dressed up like Monica Bellucci. I want to feel like an Italian woman doing that. I do not want to feel like a boring beige and white person, because yeah, that's not who I am. So we do not dress to blend in. We
Okay,
dress to stand out, to get compliments. That's our thing.
that's right. Okay, shall we kick it off? Can I present to you my method for packing?
Let's do it, Melissa. One
Okay.
backpack, 1 month, one mom with her kid. Go for it.
That's right. So the nature of this trip is I'll be gone for about 30 days. Most of the time I'll be traveling with my kid and we'll be taking trains. We'll be staying kind of at youth hostels. We'll be doing some walking around, but my kid's 10. So we're not going to be like hiking for hours and hours and hours every day, but I do want to make sure we go and we see the sights. And I just don't want to be burdened with a lot of luggage. And I think the other thing is when I'm traveling with a capsule wardrobe, it takes so much less time to get dressed in the morning, and I think that's another aspect of it. Um, Always take into consideration weather. So I have been checking the weather reports for this, and I know approximately what it's going to be like. But we're in like late spring ish weather. A lot of it is around 65 degrees Fahrenheit and maybe a little bit warmer. So I feel pretty good about that. But that does mean, you do have to take weather and rain and stuff like that into account. So
Consideration, yes. Yeah.
consideration, yes. All right. So it's just me and my kid for this one. We're gonna get Eurail passes, which if anybody doesn't know what that is, it's like a travel pass where you get basically it's not free train access, but you buy the pass and you can kind of go on any local train that you want without having to buy an additional ticket. And so it's great for this sort of travel where you buy the Eurail pass, you can buy it for a certain amount of time. And if you're like, oh, well, this city looks interesting to me, can I take a train there? And you just like scan your pass on the train and you go. So it's fabulous. But it's like, you do give up, you don't have to plan as much. And to be honest, I am struggling a little bit with that because
You're not planning?
I haven't planned all our destinations. So I'm like, oh, is this gonna go okay? But it's kind of too much because we want to get to as many cities as we can and see them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, it's like we are control freaks, both me and my husband. So we usually have a printed out itinerary of everything, of all the activities. And yet we feel like we are missing out or not seeing enough. So yeah, we have to
Yeah,
manage our. Oh,
I don't think we're gonna see as much as we want to. And the idea is really to kind of get a taste of a bunch of places so that we know what we want to go back to. And I
okay.
also think it's pretty cool to read history and then actually have like a visual in your mind when you're like, okay,
Oh God. Oh yeah.
you
We've done a lot of that, like actually read history and seen those actual paintings and seen those actual places in front of us and just felt those goosebumps and just incredible excitement, like World War II places, or even looking at Mona Lisa at Louvre. Oh my, what an incredible feeling just to do that. Uh,
yeah. And I think it's great. He's 10 years old, and that's actually an age where you kind of get memories. Like you retain those memories. He'll have that sense going forward.
Yeah, also I feel like because we are so grown up and sometimes we can get bored because we've seen it or done it so many times. But when you look at it from the point of view of a young child, it is so exciting because they just look at it from a completely fresh perspective, and that is so enriching and fun and exciting. Like it's just such an amazing feeling.
That's true. I'm excited. Yeah, I have to get my kid a little camera because I love looking at his photos and like seeing the world through his eyes because it's always like it's different than what I'm looking at. And it
Yeah,
brings me back.
I've learned it's the point of view matters. What separates us from each other is our point of view, our perspective, and I think that's one of the most important defining factors in who we are, our point of view.
That's right. So here's our map. You can kind of see where we're going. I tried to find a really colorful map to set the tone, but we're
So
going to
where
be
all are you
starting.
going, Melissa? That's a lot of stars.
Yeah, we're starting in London, and then we're going to take the train, the Eurostar, I think either to Paris or to Belgium. I'm not sure, but I want to then do like these countries here. So like Belgium, Amsterdam, or the Netherlands, go to Amsterdam, maybe Copenhagen, maybe Luxembourg if there's time as well. And then I want to go to Berlin because I've only ever like traveled through Berlin. I haven't spent any time there. And then from Berlin over to Warsaw in Poland. I've never been there. And then I'd love to go back to Prague and show my kid Prague because it's a beautiful city.
Yeah.
And then from Prague, maybe to Vienna, and then we'll work our way down to Venice where we'll meet up with the rest of the family.
Oh, I love Venice. But so
And then
it's only Venice or?
So I'd love to go to Rome, but my kid is really into um Parmesan cheese. So his wish is that we go to Parma. So I gotta work in a trip to Parma, Italy,
I
so that
think
we
there
can
is a
try.
town that makes Nutella in Italy. I have seen
Oh,
several TikToks of the Nutella town. I think it's probably close to Bologna. So you probably want to go
yeah,
to Bologna. Bologna has the
yeah, I
best
definitely want to go to Bologna because there's like the prosciutto di Parma. Like Bologna is like the food capital. Um, Modena, Italy, like he loves balsamic
Modena. Yeah.
vinegar. He loves prosciutto di Parma. He loves Parmesan cheese. So I kind of want to check out all those places
So
as
you
well.
have
I
to
guess.
find the Nutella city. Apparently, the whole city smells of Nutella because they have a
Oh,
huge Nutella factory. So you need to go there
okay.
and bring me some Nutella on your way back.
Okay. Well, it'll be one of those really tiny bottles because I'm doing carry on only.
Oh, yeah. So, yes, Melissa is doing carry on only. And now, guys, to our next slide where Melissa shows us how she packs for her long trips.
Yeah, so it'll be one bag. There's approximately two different climates. So I'm keeping that in mind. Some chilly, rainy, so I need some layers, and then also like warm and sunny things that I can wear. Okay. And so I prefer nowadays to do no checked bags because when I'm jet lagged, I don't want to deal with the like baggage claim area of an international flight. It just like slows down everything. And I know if we're like hopping off and on trains, I'm like probably going to be running to catch a train because the next train to our destination city is leaving in 5 minutes. I don't want to have to deal with it. It also just kind of saves time because I won't be like worried about what to wear in the morning either. And I hate neutrals. Okay. Like if you like neutrals, that's good for you. I don't mind seeing people wear neutrals. I just hate it on myself when I'm dressed up in neutral clothes, like black, brown, cream, navy blue, gray. I just feel like the color has drained out of my face and my life. So I'm like, I want to wear color. Now, this does make it more challenging. And I have created like capsule wardrobes before where I had a distinct color palette. But this time I just kind of followed my heart and I didn't actually edit out any colors, as you'll
Yeah.
see.
And also, I feel like there are no rules. I mean, do whatever makes you happy, brings you joy. That is the most important point of living a joyful life. Everything else will fall into place. You just have to figure out your own happiness.
That's right. So here it is. This is my capsule wardrobe. I put it on my dress form the other night and took individual pictures so I could show you off. But this is basically what I will be wearing for the next 30 days. As you can see, it's a lot of color, but I think I've covered my bases here and allow me to convince you that this is going to work.
And
Do
of
you think it's
course,
going
you
to work?
you can do laundry as well, right? Like
Yes.
you don't have to carry like enough stuff for 30 days. It need not be 30 different outfits. You can do laundry in Europe, so you can pack accordingly.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. So when I'm planning a trip, I really just try to bring enough for approximately a week.
Yeah.
So I think about like a week's worth of underwear because a week's worth of socks, things like that, because I can do laundry. And then when I was picking these pieces, so one of the considerations was obviously color and form, but the other one was the actual textiles and if they are quick drying. Because what I'll often do is I'll just hand wash something in the sink and then hang it up overnight in the hotel room and the hostel room. And if it's dry by morning, then that works out for me. So I kind of do like a little bit of laundry every now and then. So maybe we can get more into it about textiles, but like why that works and how to do that. Okay, so here are my tops, which I have actually, yeah, six tops here, six tops. So this one that I'm wearing, this is like a long sleeve. This is a merino wool, but it's like a leopard print. Merino wool is fabulous for traveling. It's a very warm layer. It packs very small. There's a lot of companies that will sell it to you in neutral colors, but I felt really excited because I found this one in a leopard print and it's just like a little cardigan so I can layer it up.
We
This
cannot
one is
see your cursor. So which one are you talking
okay.
about?
It is kind of in the middle. It's in the middle row on the
The
left
left.
side. Yeah.
Okay, makes sense. So that's
And
that's
then
the
the
print full sleeve
mhm,
top that you're
mhm.
talking about.
And then right next to it is also in the middle is this really clever silk tank top that's color blocked and it's reversible. So I'm going to be bringing that one.
That's awesome. That's such a good look.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, I'll get tired of the half black, half pink side, then I can like switch it over to the other one. And you can kind of see, like, if you squint, that there is a color story here that's emerged.
Oh
Even
yeah.
though there's a bunch of different colors, you can see there's like the very
There is a color
saturated.
story for sure. Yeah, it's like the rainbow color story that you have in the top, in the rainbow stripe top. That's kind of, she's kind of picked colors from there. So there is a color block, there's some leopard print to accent it. And of course, the pink and red shirt is another of those colors picked from the rainbow. And yeah, right?
And this is like what happens when you, I think, you kind of formulate your own color palette for your wardrobe. That's actually one of the best hacks is like for
Yeah.
looking stylish and pulled together is to kind of keep in mind what your favorite colors are and shop accordingly,
Yeah, and
really.
what makes you happy and what suits your skin tone, right? Like
Yeah.
right now, even right now, Melissa and I are doing color themes. Melissa's doing a red pink with a black and white, or is it a black or a navy accent?
It's kind of navy, like the
Navy.
dark flowers are navy.
Navy. So that's the color story Melissa's following, and it kind of flows into her hair with her purple pink hair. And I'm doing a gorgeous teal and blue color story right here with matching earrings. So we are both in our own color stories, even right now. So, guys, when you dress up, think of making a gorgeous color story on your body. It's a
It was
canvas.
fun. I spent about 3 weeks just I, like, set aside a little part of my closet, and so when I was, like, pulling something, I was like, "Oh, this would be good for travel because I like the color and then the material's lightweight, and I know it's very functional." So I had, like, a longer selection, and then last weekend, I just sat through and I was like, "Okay, what goes with this? Does this go with this? Is this versatile enough?" And I kind of played around, and that's how I finally got to, like, this very limited selection. So it took some time, but it's because it was a priority for me. Like I'm going to be gone for a month. I know I'm going to miss my clothes. So I want to give myself the most options.
Oh, yeah.
All right. And then this was kind of exciting. I didn't expect these two pieces to really be the heroes. So one is this is wild. Okay. So it's basically a piece of burnout silk chiffon. So burnout is like a technique that creates areas of like sheer but also covered. And this one is like purple and teal. And I made this, I think, for a costume like 10 years ago. But when I pulled it out and I started layering it on things, I was like, this brings the drama. Like, this is cool. Like, I could see myself walking around Venice fully like dressed in this thing with like maybe a little belt. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go for it. And the coolest part about it is it packs up so small because it's basically like just like a giant scarf
Yeah,
that
it's
goes
probably
to
like
wear.
up like this much because it's super packable and
Yeah,
super, yeah.
and it's always like it feels luxurious to have something that's like a robe because when you're like lounging in your hotel room at the end of the day, you just
Oh
throw it
yeah.
on, you
Just
like
throw
still
it
feel
on.
fancy.
I can see you wearing this at St. Mark's Square in Venice. I don't know if you've been into the church at St. Mark's Square. It's
No, I should go. I should go this
Oh
year.
my God! It's so that church is absolutely gorgeous. I think it's like next to Doge's Palace, and
Hmm.
Venice is known for its maximalism, the gold. Oh, so the church is all like gold mosaic tiled. So it's all gold tiles with like a lot of like images from like Jesus and like Christianity or the Bible. Absolutely gorgeous, all metallic colors, and 90% of it is golden tile. So you would just like match when you're
Oh
walking.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good idea. It is inspiring to
Giving
go to
your
these like
surroundings something to look
yes.
at.
Right? Right? And then
Yeah.
the other piece is this like it's a gold metallic leopard print vest. It's also very, very lightweight, but I just feel so like glam and fabulous when I throw this on over
Oh,
just like a regular t-shirt. So I'm excited to wear it.
animal prints can be pretty fabulous if done right, and I can see that looking stunning with like some gold Cuban chains in your neck.
All right. And then I'll have a windbreaker on. So this is like kind of my nod to practicality. But what's cool about this windbreaker is it's like this fabulous print, right? It's like so swirly in here. So I kind of feel like my philosophy is if you're gonna wear um, a bold print, but you don't want it to like over, I guess you don't want it to overpower. Um, the key is not to actually pair it with a neutral, it's to pair it with other bold prints because that kind of balances everything. So that's my working theory. You can let me know if you think I pulled it off.
I think all theories done right work. So I don't think there's any set of rules like, oh my god, this will not go with this. I mean, it depends. This and this need to be put together and seen
Mhm.
how they work. And sometimes the clashiest of prints can come together and make music. So you never know.
You never know. And then for my bottoms, I have these like kind of damask print wide leg trousers. I don't want to wear jeans. I don't really wear jeans in normal life, so I'm not going to be wearing them on this trip. Also because jeans are like really heavy and they take forever to dry. So I wanted something else, but I didn't want to wear like sport joggers. I wanted to kind of still feel dressed up if I went to a museum or out to dinner or something like that. And then I have this it's this dark rainbow midi skirt, and I've definitely worn it on the live stream before. I actually have it like right here, but
Yeah.
it's a wonderful damask fabric that's also quite heavy. It's mostly synthetic, so it will dry quickly. And I don't have to be like too precious with it, like if it were silk or something like that. But I love wearing this skirt so much because I feel like it adds a lot to every outfit, and it's so colorful. I can like pick out the different colors in it.
Oh yeah, you could match it with anything.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, and then I have this dress, like the one dress that I'm bringing. I go back and forth about whether or not packing dresses because I worry like they do look great. They're easy to wear. It's a complete outfit, but then it can take up a lot of space and it's not always the most versatile thing because it's like a full outfit. So
Oh yeah.
this one, I tried to style it a bunch of different ways and I was able to use it as like a skirt piece. So I'm excited to bring it. I think it'll work
But
out.
I also feel like when you're dressing up for an evening dinner, a dress does the job, like that. Whereas maybe separates don't do the job as well. So you do need a dress or a few in your packing like packing list. So after you go through yours, I'm gonna show you my packing list. If
Okay.
that's
Yeah, because I've skipped bringing a dress before and then I've regretted it, like not
Yeah,
having a dress
you
to
need
throw
to have
on.
two maxi dresses at least, Melissa, if not more.
Okay, feedback received. Okay, and this might be my most controversial take, but I'm just gonna bring one pair of shoes, and it's my black high top Converse. These I wear almost every day. I've got my insoles in them. They accommodate my ankle brace, so they work for my health. And I think these are a classic. It works for my style, which is like a little bit more maybe like punk rock laid back. It's not very dressy formal, but I don't know. I think it'll work.
No sandals, no flip flops.
I might pack some flip-flops to wear in the hotel room.
You could always shop as well. I mean, you don't have to take everything. You can give yourself some space to buy souvenirs or fun stuff from your travels. And then, of course, there needs to be space in your carry on for that too.
Yes, yes. And that is kind of part of it is like I do want to bring back a souvenir, some souvenir items maybe from there. So if I see some cute sandals or something. But I don't know. I mean, I need like really supportive footwear, so I'm not sure what I'll be able to find, but I'll check it out. I like going shoe shopping in Italy. It's nice.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God. Italy has the best handmade leather goods, guys. If you go to Italy, go shop in Florence. It's all about
Yes,
stunning handmade stuff.
it is.
So, how to
Okay,
mix
so
both? Yep.
this is, yeah, I just want to embrace the chaos of my bold prints. So this is like a typical outfit that I think I'll be wearing. Nothing's neutral about it. I mean, you could say the black and white is neutral, but it doesn't look neutral in this print. And this is what I'll be wearing. So I think it goes. I think it expresses my style. It might not be for everybody, but this is how I'll be wearing practical clothes, but maybe in bold colors, let's say.
Oh yeah, and I think self-expression should be your priority. That looks cute
Yeah.
to me, and I can see you walking in London in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
London style is a big inspiration for me. I really like London, sort of like eclectic style. I lived in Italy for many years. I love Italian style. But for my personal taste, I like things to be a little bit more weird,
Eclectic. Oh yeah,
eclectic.
I think everybody's their own kind of weird, and yeah, that works.
Okay, so this is what I would wear for like the cool day in Paris. So my
Yeah.
brown trousers, my rainbow top, and then throw on my duster just to bring the drama when walking around Paris. So I'm actually really excited to wear this.
Oh yeah, Parisians will be like American, American.
I don't know. I mean, maybe.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, who cares? Do you? Do you?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And
Rainy
then
day.
in Amsterdam, I'm fully expecting it to rain, so I'll also bring my umbrella, but I'll have my windbreaker. This polyester skirt is actually great for the rain because polyester is, it's a hydrophobic material, so it actually sheds water easily, so you don't get like it'll dry quickly. That's kind of also a travel hack is like to find some polyester bottoms. I don't like to wear a lot of polyester shirts because it's very uncomfortable, but like a skirt that flares away from the body can be really practical.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then this is the warm evening in Rome. So it's that same bright dress, and like you said, just throw on that little metallic vest and walk around town.
I think you could combine a lot of things and they could work in all these cities because they have so much culture, history, architecture, art. You could just, be a part of that art or contrast with the art.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. So yeah, on a train day, I can bundle up in my duster and trousers, my leopard print sweater, and feel put together. And then yeah, so how am I gonna make it all fit? So um, there's like the roll theory or there's the flat pack theory. It's like should
So
you use compression
you're
bag?
the student of flat pack theory.
So I do flat pack. I've tried both. Um, for me, flat pack means like less digging around. Like it's easier to pack up. And I use delicate like laundry bags. You know, like those lingerie bags that you're supposed to throw your bras in before you put them in the washing machine if you don't hand wash. I like to use those, and I like to kind of fill them up flat, and then I can really like squish them down in my backpack. And that way it fits underneath the seat in front of me. And then yeah, always to wear like the heaviest items when on those long travel days. So I'll be wearing my trousers, and probably my jacket and like the bulky items then.
Okay, and leave room on purpose.
Yeah, you gotta leave room for the souvenirs, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. And then also, if you don't have room, you can pack yourself a small bag that's kind of foldable with a zipper and then bring your
Mhm.
souvenirs in that. So we end up doing that. We end up taking an extra bag because we shop a lot. And then that bag always opens up. We throw in our goodies and bring it back with us. So I am a citizen of the roll community and making everything nice and rolled up. So I was hoping, like, should I remove the presentation? Is it done?
Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the last slide. So yeah, it's just the goal is that you even when you're traveling, like you're still bringing yourself. So bring
Yes.
your personality along with you. Like don't feel like you have to be someone else just because you're in a different country in a different circumstance. Like you're gonna love the photos more when you're wearing clothes that you really love. And the photos are like how we process our memories nowadays.
Yeah, and also I feel like everyone's cookie in their own ways. So you bring your own cookie self, because if you don't, you miss being that cookie person, and you miss your clothes, like you just said. So bring whatever floats your boat.
That's right.
So with that being said, I'm super excited to show my packing
Oh,
list. So of course this looks like a carry-on, but it is not a carry on per se, but here's a good look at things that you could bring. I always would do like 6 maxi dresses, 5 casual dresses, sandals that I can do sole to sole, and if they are kind of these stringy ones, wrap them up, flip flops. I always carry a sun hat, sunglasses, toiletries, PJs,
Five
maxi.
PJs?
You can wash them or bring 3. So depending on how much laundry access you will have.
Yeah.
So of course casual pants. So I like to do a good mix of neutrals with rainbow colors. So do have 10 t-shirts in there in rainbow colors, Melissa,
Yeah, you do.
and then some neutral pants and neutral PJs. Let me remove this. And I was just telling Melissa about packing cubes. So if you haven't heard of packing cubes, you can get yourself a set of packing cubes from Amazon. I take long trips to back home in India, and I try to pack as smart as I can. So I do pack like 10 outfits in this bag, and then you can zip it up to make it tighter. It is kind of transparent, so the air comes out and it becomes really compact and heavy. So I would have like 3 of these with like 30 outfits in my suitcase, and I can
Wow.
see everything up top. And we took like a long 10-day or a 2-week trip when my son turned 1 to Italy. And what really helped me plan that trip was I had those Ziploc transparent bags. So, and we were doing 3 days in Florence, 4 days in Rome, 3 days in Venice. So I packed one Ziploc bag with 4-day outfits for me, my husband, and my son. And then you can squeeze the air out. So it becomes like, like you have those noodles packaged in a air sucked container. So that's how they became the, I mean, your clothes do get crushed in that case.
So here's the tip for that. I love that you brought that up. So, and I'm gonna use that where I'm gonna bring some of those Ziploc bags with me, but I'm not gonna use them for the initial pack. But when we're leaving and I need to get everything that I
Oh,
bought back in, like I'll have more stuff. So that's the time when I'm gonna compress it all because I don't want to compress it before my trip because I don't want my bag to be too heavy because I'll be carrying it a bunch of places. But on the way back home, it's fine if the
I
bag is like
think that's a
heavier than
fabulous
normal.
idea, and it also gives you more space for your knickknacks. So
Hmm.
somehow your stuff becomes fluffier and explodes on the way back. So whenever I travel out, my stuff's all packed neatly, and on my way back in, it's like just thrown in, smushed, which is extremely hard because I am pretty OCD and pretty fixated on how things should be. So also because I'm from the school of Mary Kondo-ish kind of making things into a nice roll. I find this to be helpful. So this is just my son's t-shirt, folded regular way, and then I we just squeeze it, and my son loves to do that too, like squeeze
Uh,
it and make it into this nice rolled up tube. And when you can pack them in a row like this right here, the rainbow shirts. And when you pick them out, you can see everything. And when you take them out, they are, in great condition. You may not even need to iron them. And also, we believe in making things into neat little packets. So that's a sock.
oh,
And
those are socks are so cute.
you can do this with any, you can do it with an underwear or a sock. So here's the sock, just fold it into half. And then, so if you can do that with a t-shirt, with a towel, with anything, make them into packs, and they become like a whole unit. You can just pick it up, use it, and
Yeah.
they're super compact. And if you want to create outfits like this, because we have done that. And another cool packing tip is also if you want to take a bunch of socks and stuff your shoes with it, so that you're saving space, and of course the shoe keeps its form. Or you want to take a bunch of socks, stuff them in your bag. That's another way to go about it. So
Yep.
I've done all of that.
One time I packed socks in my shoes and I forgot that I did that. So when I got to the destination, I was like, "Did I forget all my socks? Like, what happened?" Like,
Just
but
look
they
at
were
the
just all like
shoes.
shoved down into my shoe, and I was like, "Oh, okay. I did too good of a job packing that time."
I know that happens to me. Sometimes I put away things at such a safe place.
Yeah.
I can't find them. I'm like, where did I put it? I can't remember. And with keys also. But yeah, so guys, if you pack your bag like that, you can get away putting in a lot. And please don't let the airport people weigh your bag after that. Because I am like, don't weigh the bag, don't weigh the bag. You don't want it
I'm
to be
ready
open.
for it. I'm ready for it. Bring it, weigh the bag. Although one time I was traveling and my bag was it was carry on. My bag was overweight, or it was too big, and I was because the European airlines are like small, like they don't have as much space. It's not like the American Airlines, like it's a really small carry on bag. So I went to the bathroom and I just started layering like the clothes I had in my bag and wore them on my body so I could get my bag to fit. So there's always that as an option.
So that's a tip, guys. If you know you're overweight, just leggings, denims, shoes, one shoe on your back. They can't stop you. No airline says that you can't be holding shoes in your hand.
I'd
Or
like to say
jackets. So
that.
we've like I've put a cardigan on and then thrown a jacket on. So you could do that too. Or just smile.
Worst case scenario, yeah, I could just wear all my clothes.
I'll just throw everything on. So yeah, that's packing tips. If you have a genius packing hack, I want you to tell us in comments below so we could try that on. Love hearing from you guys what you guys have done. And with that, Melissa, do you want to quickly jump to our myths and facts? Do we have time?
I mean, I think we're good. Like
We're
we did
good.
it.
Okay. So no myths and facts for you guys for today.
We can save that for next time.
For next time, yes.
Yeah,
But
so that's just I'm not gonna talk to you for like over a month because I'll be
yeah.
gone.
But I'm so excited for you, for your travel, for your adventures, and I can't wait for you to go have, that time, that amazing time with your child to create those memories, to excite yourself to learn new things and come back and tell us all about it.
I'm so excited. I gotta take some photos, and
A
then
lot.
prove that I actually wore all my outfits.
Yeah. So, guys, this is not just one and done live. You have seen our packing list. Now, you will see the packing list in action on Melissa. She will come back. I want you to take photos of your packed suitcase and you wearing those outfits, combining those outfits with the plan. And then we'll come back and show you the proof is in the pudding. We do
Yes,
what
ma'am.
we talk.
Exactly. I gotta
So I
prove it.
want to see you in front of Eiffel in your gorgeous, stunning clothes in Amsterdam with a bouquet of tulips because it is going to be the tulip season in Amsterdam.
That's true. Hmm.
And then, of course, wooden shoes from Netherlands.
Is that?
It's a thing. It's a thing.
It is
So
a thing.
yeah, guys, let's all of us wish Melissa all the best for her upcoming adventure and travel. And we're excited to hear your travel stories when you're back.
I look forward to catching up with everybody. Thank you, Sandhya. This was a pleasure. Thanks for following along on my packing theory.
Oh, I loved it. I think I learned so many new things, and I'm going to apply those when I take my next big trip. But, guys, I hope this was informative for you. And if you have any questions, do put them in comments below. We read all your comments, we reply to all of your questions. So, yeah, we're here for you.
Thanks, Sandhya.
Thanks, Melissa. Bye. Join us in a month for our next exciting live.
That's right. Bye.
Bye.